The teaching has been given as within, so without. What's going on here is going on there. It's how the reflection, the cosmos works. So what is going on out there? Creation. And creation is not separate from creator. If it was separate, it couldn't be. If God already existed before creation, then what did he create creation out of? Himself, herself, the divine. So it's all fractals, all pieces of the divine's consciousness that are within, without, all around you.
Welcome to Becoming Awesome with Peter D. channeling Archangel Michael.
Hey, beautiful souls. I'm so happy to announce that the second book in the My Ascension Handbook series, Level 2, God Realization, is now available. I'm going to celebrate that by asking Archangel Michael to channel his perspective on God realization. Before I do, please like and subscribe. It's real important to subscribe. It's the only way the YouTube algorithm recognizes my messages and pushes them out there. All right, let us begin. Dearest beloved, thank you for meeting with us through this video. It is ecstatic to be in the presence of you. And yes, we know who is viewing. And we are able to tap into that as Peter is channeling this for us. So thank you for this connection. We hope, it is our biggest desire that you can take a moment and feel what we feel, what it's like to connect. And it's not just you connecting to an angel, it's us connecting to a magnificent being, a God. Yes, you are a fractal, a part of the divine source. So when we tap in and connect to you, we are reaching out to God. It is not just up above like this. It is out all around to all of you. And that is the message that Peter has asked us to speak about today. God realization. So what is it realizing? What is it that you are realizing? And there is no separation is what the biggest realization is. There is no separation. So you may think you're looking at a video where the human entity Peter is speaking, but no, you're looking at God. You may be thinking, oh, we are hearing a channel from an angel. No, you're hearing from God. Now, this is not an ego thing to say, oh, Peter is God. You are God. You see, it's all mirrors reflecting back on each other. The teaching has been given so within, so without, as within, so without. What's going on here is going on there. It's how the reflection, the cosmos works. So what is going on out there? Creation. And creation is not separate from creator. If it was separate, it couldn't be. I mean, what is it made of? If you understand one of the teachings in many of your religious tracts, talks about God was there at creation. Well, if God already existed before creation, then what did he create creation out of? Himself, herself, the divine. So it's all fractals, all pieces of the divine's consciousness that are within, without, all around you. So can you imagine that you're looking at God? Go look in the mirror and see God looking back at you. That is the big realization of God realization. That is what it is to know that you were never separate. You are not only just a part of, you are indeed made a spark of, a child of, a God of. So that is what we wish to communicate to you. Now, how does this get, in a practical sense, realized? Well, one of the things that needs to go by the wayside is any barrier you place between yourself and connecting to Source. And it is so entertaining to us that angels are kind of accepted in many traditional religions. But any other channeled entities, those are devils and demons, and you don't talk to them. Those spirits are dead or evil or something. No, that's horrible. But angels, somehow we got on the good side of it so we can carry God's messages, right? So any of these separations of these are the good parts of God and these are the bad parts of God is insane and needs to go by the wayside. We're all fractals, all doing our part to connect. And yes, we angels, we are still in our God realization phase. We're not just taking marching orders. Of course we do, because we open up and speak to Source. But it is no different than what we're asking you to do, which is open up and speak to Source. And we know that it's not marching orders, some figure up here giving stuff. No. It is co-created, where we're all part of this. So think about it. And this is not to make it insane that because you think it is, therefore, a divine thought. No, but you are an expression of God. So if you are acting or choosing or being or doing, then you are God-ing. That may be hard for some to say here. And you've institutionalized this in many of your religions and stuff, where you need the priest or the pastor between you and the divine. All right? You must be separate. Oh, and this is the traditions. Oh, this is the holy way to do it, and this is the pagan way, so you don't do that, right? You got to wear these clothes or dress this way or eat that food. It's like all this stuff, all these barriers placed between you and the divine. And no, that is the creation of humanity, who is separate and trying to take control to deal with their fear of separation. And you never get past your fear by controlling it. You feel it, you express it. Peter goes through that in all his videos. You should tend to that if you wish to go along the path of clearing. But you feel it and express it, and then you get to live it and be it and understand that you are connected to Source. So, we're not asking you to throw away all the preachers and all the things, but look at all the teachings you've been given that separate you from the divine. And start to realize that they no longer apply. If you understand that the energies we are moving into are bringing you closer to Source, to the point where you and Source become one. Oneness is not just with those around you, it is with the divine too. So, in looking at that, it is not just preachers who separate themselves, but many, many beautiful religions teach and practice where people speak directly with Source. And this is a beautiful thing. It's called prophesizing or testifying or speaking in tongues or whatever name you want to give it. But you connect with Source, and it's a beautiful thing. But then some religions put a cap on it. Oh, no, you can only say these things because they were written down a long time ago in some book, and it's what we do. And if you start to get new information and new insight that may be direct and unique for you, then you're heretic, cast out, thrown away. So it's like some of the religions that even do want you to connect with Source, they connect, but only in the ways we prescribe and only with the messages we deem are appropriate. So that will go by the wayside. And we're asking you to start to understand the beauty of what it means when you become one with the force of creation, Source. All it is, God, whatever you choose to call it. When Peter first encountered this, this beautiful monk was teaching him on how to make God as your best friend, and which is really the relationship the divine wants with you. And this monk would prostrate and pray. And so Peter asked him, why are you prostrating and praying if God's your best friend? And he goes, oh, well, my best friend has the power to create universes, so I just kind of treat him that way. So it's okay to understand that we're on a different part of the spectrum as far as, oh, I'm busy creating universes, which is what the divine's doing. And here I am, creating this video in Peter's case, or whatever it is you're creating in your work or your art or your life. It's okay to understand that they're in different places. You still be best friends, but you have the respect of knowing that God is infinite and awesome. And we would now like to speak to you of how you can be invited to create your own God. What? More heresy? Yes. You see, you're not creating God. God is. God is all there and everything. You're trying to have a relationship. Well, how do you do that? Well, the analogy that Peter always uses is, have you tried talking to an ant? Explain something to an ant, right? It's going to walk around and do whatever it does. No, you can say, don't go there. It doesn't get it. Now, imagine the divine, which is in a greater consciousness, trying to speak to you. And that, some people would say, the gap of consciousness between the divine and you is bigger than the gap of consciousness between you and an ant. How do you reach out to something that big and that awesome? The divine has to meet you on your terms. Now, this is a beautiful thing, and this deviates from the prescription of most religions and most teachers out there. It's not, you do these things and then you get the secret access pass. No. You understand that your divine is your best friend and you treat it as such. And so that gives you the right to choose how to interact with it. Do you make your actions sacred? Now, some people that means ritual. Some people it just means you invite it in and you celebrate. And that is what the intent of sacredness is. So we invite you to create your own God. The way to do this is to write down a list of everything you believe about your God. Everything. And how your God interacts with you specifically. And really take some time doing this. And then go back and look at your list and scratch out anything that's the least bit negative. Because where did that come from? Remember? It's source. It's all it is. Was this a teaching? Was this an unconscious belief? Oh, God is punishing. They're smiting. I've got to be good or I won't go to heaven. Those are all things. Where'd that all come from? Did source tell you that? Right? So you scratch those out and then you write down what you would prefer. Oh, the divine loves me no matter what. I'm always in a state of connection. My divine's always reaching out to me. Peter's favorite one of the students he was in class with when he first learned this exercise was, my God knows what I want before I ask for it. Anticipating my needs sets up the solution the moment I seek it. Just before filming this video, Peter was doing an interview, and the person interviewing him asked questions on this topic. And so Peter said, use the 3-column prayer, which we recommend. The second prayer is so important. 3-column prayers, you put a list of everything you wish in column number 1. You just pray for it. And you have to pray for it correctly. You can't just be asking and begging. You have to understand that it's already happened. You just focus your attention on it and give gratitude that is available for you. And then the second part is you put a date on it, when you want it by. And then the third part is you note, did you receive it on that date? You go back every day and check, did you receive it on that date? And if you didn't, you pray the second prayer. Why did I not receive this? Show me what's blocking me from being in connection with you, Source. Now, when he was doing this interview, Peter gave the example. Let's say you write down your first prayer. There's $200,000 in my bank account on Tuesday, because you put a date on it. And the person interviewing, her eyes freaked out, lit up, like, what? And Peter just started laughing, because it's like, wow, so your God's, you kind of don't believe that's possible, do you? So go back and do the create your own God exercise. Write down, my God is a wimp. My God does not have the ability to put $200,000 in my bank account by Tuesday. Because that's how you access your beliefs. Then you scratch that out and put another belief in. My God creates universes. Anything is possible. That's where we're asking you to get, is to understand that when you allow that kind of relationship Anything is indeed possible because you're dealing with source, all that is. And when you realize that you are a being of source, you're not just a co-creator, you're a creation who is empowered to create. You're an aspect of the divine expressing as you individually. So you are that creator. Then you create. So why not create the universe where there's your bank account is fat and full? It's available to you. Of course, as soon as you do that, you're going to hit all the triggers. Oh, I can't, right? It's not right. I don't deserve, or there's mean banks out there, or it doesn't work that way, or whatever it is. You just draw your list. And of course, then Peter will tell you that's when you do a clearing process on all those different things that come up. That's why the second prayer process is so powerful. You'll instantly see why you can't get what you choose. And it's always you putting the limit on it, not your divine punishing you. We love how humanity has taken the idea that you don't get what you want instantly, so you're being punished for it. Or something happens because of the weather or something. That's more punishment. I love this. Oh, yes, God punish us. We have this great relationship. We're so pious. We get punished. And it's not like that at all. That's why we love that expression. And we know that that's an alley, that's a dead end. And eventually you'll get tired of going down that alley and you'll come out there. And that's why we asked Peter to cut these kinds of videos, and where we wish to speak these messages to you of, yes, it is your connection you are seeking, but that connection is not a thing. That connection is you. So that is our message for you on God realization. It's already in you. And we've suggested to you that you consider creating your own God. And because the divine's going to relate to you how you choose. Let's say you're a mother and you love your kids, and one kid will only eat vegetarian food and the other insists on mac and cheese and chicken nuggets every meal. Right? Well, you love your kid. What are you going to do? So you feed one what they desire, and you feed the other what that child desires. God's that way. Going to relate to you. Well, how can it be? There's like just 8 billion people on this planet. That doesn't even count the other planets. How can it be that God relates to me? Well, look at the sun for a second. Is there a ray of sunshine that is coming down right on you at this moment when you're outside in the day? Now, does that mean that nobody else gets a ray of sun? No. It's all encompassing, all expansive, all available to you. And you can relate to it in the way that makes you happiest, because that is how creation is designed. That is the only way a consciousness as expansive as source can reach a consciousness that has been fractaled and made more specific. So choose how you do your relation, and then celebrate, dance, sing, happy, all that stuff about praise. It's not something you need to do. It's not a punishment. You do these things and you get these. No, it's the joy of connection, which is what we started with. So choose how you relate to God. Pray the second prayer often. Why, if they're not getting what I'm asking for? And you will see what is inside you that's keeping you from having that blockage. Remember, you've got free will. So at some point you chose those blockages over the experience. And the experience is always deal with the fear, finish the anger, get whatever emotions you call negative out of the way, not by denying them, not by avoiding, by completing them so the energy is free, so you can be in connection with Source and can feel that love. Oh, we love you so much. We are so grateful to be with you. Thank you. Oh. Okay, Archangel Michael. Gosh, the thing I love most about channeling Archangel Michael is the rush, the energetic rush. Oh man, connecting to the angelic realm is so beautiful. And you're all going to be doing that soon if you're not already. That's where we're headed. And that's why I'm Peter. I'm back, by the way. And producing these kinds of videos to help you on there, because it's the more joy you feel, the more joy I feel, because we're all connected, that oneness thing. And if you want to know more about God realization, check out the book. Links are below. And gosh, we love you. Also, remember, we'll be teaching on June 7th, 8th, and 9th, a weekend intensive around God realization. The Friday evening of the 7th is free. Check it out. See if it's right for you. Links for that will be below as well. All right. You stay blessed. Bye.